Good evening, NTMA members and guests. Welcome to the 2026 Honor Awards program. Tonight we recognize the craft, creativity, and problem solving that continue to advance our industry. We celebrate the contractors who translate complex designs into floors that guide movement, define space, and endure. A special thank you goes to this evening's sponsor, Creative Edge, for making this fantastic Honor Awards banquet possible. Every terrazzo project starts in uncertainty. A layout is proposed, paths are suggested, destinations imagined, but nothing is settled. Curves and intersections introduce questions that cannot be answered on paper alone. That's when experience takes over. Hands and tools test the route, revising and refining it in real time. What began as a drawing becomes reality through judgment, coordination, and precision. Materials are shaped, aligned, and set into motion. Tonight we honor those who make that transition possible from vision to built reality. Each Honor Award entry tells a hero's journey. No two sites present the same conditions. Each requires foresight, adaptability, and disciplined execution to move forward. These projects reveal what it means to work without a simple roadmap. Patterns must resolve, curves must align, sequences are planned, tested, and revised. Progress depends on judgment earned in the field, steady hands, clear thinking, and a deep understanding of material and process. This year's submissions reflect both technical mastery and design innovation. Divider strips are bent with care, inlays are placed with precision, precast elements are integrated with exact alignment. These are not isolated feats, but milestones along a larger journey, one that demands planning, collaboration, and trust. Terrazzo is a collective craft. Designers, suppliers, and contractors work together to push boundaries, explore color and pattern, and expand what the material can achieve. To everyone who submitted a project this year or played a part in those projects, thank you for sharing your work and your expertise. This evening recognizes journeys completed, challenges overcome, and standards advanced. Proof of what it takes to carry a project from first sketch to lasting impact. Every project is a hero's journey, and every company represented here tonight a guide along the path. Tonight we honor 17 outstanding installations, including one Judge's Choice International Award and the 2026 Job of the Year. At the New York City headquarters of Clifford Chance, a global law firm, a sweeping sculptural terrazzo stairway brings elegance and clarity to the top 4 levels of the 43-story high-rise. Skilled craftsmanship is evident in every radius and transition, including the careful integration of curved 1/8-inch divider strips that organize directional flow and reinforce the stair's sculptural presence. The installation centers on a poured-in-place epoxy micro-blend stair platform with an integrated bench, paired with a circular precast stair that introduces a continuous, refined geometry. Poured-in-place treads, risers, landings, and seating create a unified composition, demonstrating how terrazzo can shape space rather than simply surface it. Executed in 8 weeks, the installation demanded a high level of technical discipline across interconnected vertical and horizontal elements, achieving the exceptionally crisp curvature and consistent detailing required by the design concept. Judges praised the refined integration of lighting and surrounding finishes and the quiet sophistication the stair brings to the workplace, an elegant solution that elevates function into architectural expression. This distinguished project is the work of National Terrazzo Mosaic of Armonk, New York. The Terrazzo contractor's experience takes center stage in this eye-catching theater lobby expansion. The theater occupies the historic Chicago Avenue pumping station built in 1869. The terrazzo design establishes the logic of the space, directing movement, defining interior character, and accommodating the demands of a busy public lobby. Flowing paths reference ancient celestial maps, guiding visitors from multiple points of entry, up a terrazzo stair and ramp, and into the inner lobby. A four-color patterned terrazzo floor incorporates numerous curved brass divider strips with varying radii, each hand-bent on site using a custom manufactured bender. More than 600 precast terrazzo square insets were placed by hand to maintain continuity across transitions and stairs, wrapping precisely around step edges. Tread risers and stair walls were poured in place, while the donor wall installation required a perfectly flat finished surface. A rich aggregate mix balanced by a neutral field color creates depth and rhythm. The charismatic composition is proof that a simple design can command the room. Completed in just 30 days, the project delivers durability suited to a busy public space. For this exemplary installation at Looking Glass Theater, our hearty congratulations go to John Coretti and Company of Morton Grove, Illinois. In this new convention center, terrazzo plays a defining architectural role, establishing a clear sense of place through a refined artistic vision. This delightful floor is composed of 34 colors arranged in fluid forms that reference water, light, and movement. At the scale of the hall, bold motifs read clearly across expansive spaces. At closer range, layered details emerge. Shoals of brightly colored fish, coral formations, tidal patterns, and light refracting across water. A sunrise and sunset, a globe centered on Fort Lauderdale, and a moon guide movement through the building. The terrazzo contractor produced all CAD drawings and coordinated the full layout from fragmented design information. The entire installation was executed using water jet cut stencils. All curved divider strips are perfectly executed with straight runs limited to doorways. The globe element was completed without traditional divider strips. Water jet cut high-density foam served as temporary pour stops, allowing sequential casting of each color. Plinths beneath the escalator were poured in place with the floor pattern carried vertically. Judges praised the purposeful curves, restrained graphics, and striking blue aggregate mixes. For this superb installation at the Broward County Convention Center, we present this honor award to Creative Terrazzo Systems of Southwest Ranches, Florida. The renovation of this 1969 chapel demonstrates how terrazzo can play a decisive role in reframing architecture for its intended purpose. Originally a stark concrete example of brutalist design, the space has been reordered into a Roman Catholic worship environment that is liturgically responsive, ceremonial, and grounded in tradition. Judges cited the project's cohesion and the exceptional craftsmanship evident in the steps, radius work, and complex transitions. Terrazzo was used as an organizing device, softening the tension between the geometry of the space and traditional worship forms. A disciplined layout imposes clarity and symmetry on the chapel's curved architecture, reflecting the ordered rhythm of liturgy and reinforcing the transcendence of the space. Epoxy terrazzo in 8 well-chosen colors includes an integrated ramp, precast treads and risers, and is complemented by 2 color radius steps with poured-in-place treads. Brass inlays include a tau cross at the entry, referencing St. Francis' call to continual conversion, and 2 crosses at the sanctuary. A 2-inch accent band reinforces the perimeter and extends into stair nosings, while a dimensional terrazzo rosette at the baptismal font defines the main processional aisle. This award recognizes an impressive installation in Christ the King Chapel at Franciscan University in Steubenville, Ohio, by Roman Mosaic and Tile Company of Ephrata, Pennsylvania. The Peacock Parlor's terrazzo floor incorporates 5 epoxy colors blended with glass, mirror, mother of pearl, and marble aggregates. A palette of soft blues, greens, and golds reinforces the ice cream parlor's brand identity, delivered in a finish engineered to withstand heavy amusement park traffic. The Peacock Parlor is situated within the historic Lagoon Amusement Park in Farmington, Utah, which has been continuously operating since 1896. Replacing a candy shop lost to fire in 2021, this construction project supports the amusement park's ongoing revitalization while reinforcing its legacy with a visually striking experience that strengthens its identity. The terrazzo serves both functional and narrative roles, guiding guests through the space while anchoring the service counter. Each section required exacting on-site templating and detailed strip work to achieve smooth arcs, tight intersections, and a continuous pattern across seating zones, counters, and circulation paths. Hand-bent brass divider strips form feather eye spots, tapering quills, and layered curves that intersect with precision. The design is reinforced by coordinated interior finishes and decorative elements, while the floor serves as the visual framework for the space. Installed by FW Specialties of Salt Lake City, Utah, the project showcases an exceptionally integrated design and flawless execution. Completed in 1965, this West Hollywood residential tower was designed by architect Jack A. Charney. Widely recognized for its mid-century interiors and modernist facade, it has been home to countless celebrities. A classic Venetian terrazzo installation was executed during a remodel, combining 2 units into a single residence within the 31-story tower. The home's panoramic city-to-ocean views informed an elegantly minimal design approach, matched by the precision craftsmanship of the terrazzo artisans. The terrazzo's scope extended across the entire residence, starting below the finished surface. To meet strict structural and acoustic requirements, the team engineered and installed a lightweight, soundproof floating floor-level system. Terrazzo floors with brass divider strips run throughout the home. They are paired with a continuous poured-in-place 6-inch base that terminates with a consistently flawless and crisp 1/4-inch reveal at adjoining custom wood finishes. Material selection and color calibration reinforce the tower's architectural clarity and scale, aligning with its clean, modern lines. On the exterior balcony, a polyacrylate terrazzo system maintains material continuity between interior and exterior spaces. Judges praised the project for its sophistication and attention to detail. This award recognizes the exceptional achievement of over-the-top terrazzo and tile of El Monte, California. This project demonstrates an assertive and compelling use of 2 colors in a traditional Venetian terrazzo design. The installation defines the lobby of a new waterfront residential development with commercial space and a public park built on a former industrial site. NTMA judges particularly commended the corridor bands and the irregular grids in each elevator lobby. Brass divider strips establish a checkerboard pattern with alternating colors that reads as playful at first glance, yet reveals a precisely repeating order on closer study. Charcoal breaks up the cream field in well-calibrated intervals, adding visual interest. Aggregate seating is consistent and joints are clean. The epoxy terrazzo was poured at 5/8 of an inch to accommodate the size 4 to 6 Venetian aggregates. The project incorporates more than 4,000 linear feet of heavy quarter-inch brass strips. A perfectly prepared flat level floor ensured the consistent reveal between the 18-inch precast straight base and the limestone wall panels above. The poured-in-place benches complete the design. This top-notch installation at Hunters Point in Long Island City, New York, reflects exceptional craftsmanship and execution by T. Yorey Corporation of Newark, New Jersey. For this project, the second phase of a master plan, terrazzo was used as an artistic medium to weave cultural narratives into the heart of a tribal college campus. Creating continuous campus-wide storytelling with a durable finish, the composition honors Anishinaabe heritage. Touching on connections to land, history, and spirituality, the design fosters an inclusive environment for shared experience. The installation in 14 colors spans the amphitheater seating area, stairways, and a corridor linking adjacent buildings. The imagery in the recessed amphitheater floor of two otters swimming was inspired by The Twins, a painting by local tribal artist Karen Savage Blue. A second element traces the St. Louis River estuary and marks significant regional places within the vibrant design. The final section presents braided sweetgrass used in ceremony, basket making, and medicine, overlaid with the lunar phases. All horizontal and vertical surfaces, except for a section of base in the hallway, were poured in place using hand-bent divider strips. Subtle shifts at stair nosings and divider patterns continuing vertically complete the design. Judges praised the space's cohesion, refined accents, and immaculate handwork. The contractor for this remarkable installation at Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College in Cloquet, Minnesota, is Advanced Terrazzo and Tile Company of Coon Rapids, Minnesota. This award recognizes a terrazzo installation that pushes material, craft, and coordination well beyond the expected. In this ultra-luxury condominium tower, the floor is not laid out from templates or grids. Instead, a single epoxy matrix moves through 5 custom marble blends in a hand-blended gradient that follows the ceiling soffits, then reverses direction across the space to guide movement and orientation. Every transition was mixed and poured on site. This work required reconstructing the design intent from concept images into fully buildable documents, multiple rounds of mock-ups and revisions, and constant coordination with millwork, doors, lighting, and structure. Every radius, return, and joint was field verified. The scope extends far beyond the floor plane. Nearly 200 feet of poured-in-place cove base integrates custom brass channels housing concealed LED lighting, the only place divider strips were used. Joints are held to a tight 1/8 inch and aligned precisely with portals and wall cladding. Terrazzo rises vertically into architectural wall panels, radius door surrounds, portals, and solid precast columns weighing hundreds of pounds, each fabricated and installed with exacting tolerances. The result at Forte on Flagler in West Palm Beach, Florida, is terrazzo acting as surface, structure, and spatial framework, executed with uncommon discipline and artistry by the David Allen Company of Raleigh, North Carolina. This installation establishes terrazzo as both a defining architectural element and a high-performance flooring solution within one of the largest airport expansions in the U.S. The new installation introduces 6 Utah-inspired mixes that create a neutral but refined field in 3 colors, designed to support large-scale art and immersive environments. At the heart of the project is the reinstallation and restoration of the 1961 World Map in Terrazzo, an iconic landmark of the original terminal. The 36-foot diameter map was salvaged in 75 individual sections, each 6 inches thick and weighing hundreds of pounds. The terrazzo contractor undertook the meticulous work of reassembling, patching, matching, and refinishing the original materials in place. Existing expansion joints were carefully integrated, with mitered divider strips added to preserve structural integrity and prevent cracking, ensuring the restored map reads as new while retaining its historic character. Another standout element is the Blue River Tunnel, where terrazzo flooring supports a moving walkway and reinforces the immersive lighting and art experience inspired by local waterways. For noteworthy work at the Salt Lake City International Airport, this award goes to F.W. Specialties. The redevelopment of this historic church on West 57th Street in Midtown Manhattan, at the base of a 30-story office tower, introduces interiors where terrazzo defines the architecture. A monochromatic terrazzo floor flows throughout the space, while sweeping precast staircases, one connecting the first and second floors, and a U-shaped stair linking the second and third, create striking circulation paths. Terrazzo is also integrated into elevator cabs and poured-in-place vertical elements, including benches, desks, bleacher seating, and wainscoting, all executed with precise coved transitions. Zinc divider strips emphasize the flowing geometry of floors, stairs, and seating, giving the interior a sense of movement and unifying multiple levels into a cohesive whole. Judges praised the work for its elegance and reverent quality, highlighting the careful detailing of vertical elements and the calm, contemplative atmosphere of the space. Every surface reflects meticulous craftsmanship and technical precision, combining durability with refined aesthetic impact. This installation at Calvary Baptist Church, executed by Zonka Terrazzo and Mosaic, is a striking example of craftsmanship and architectural artistry realized with skill and care. This Welcome Center engages travelers in the locale's history, culture, industries, and environment. Delivering on the state of Indiana's intent to create the nation's best welcome centers, the terrazzo floor stylistically interprets the surrounding terrain. Sweeping curves and flowing patterns in 8 colors translate the local dunes, the Kankakee River, and Lake Michigan into an immersive, dynamic design. Judges praised the inventive use of river rock, the 3-dimensional effect of the floor, and the striking restrooms, noting also the precise, detailed craftsmanship throughout the installation. Custom-milled aluminum strips in varying thicknesses join and split color fields in continuous undulating lines. A gradient of deep navy blue terrazzo blended with mirror chips and black and white marble evokes water at varying depths, while river rock embedded in clear epoxy defines shallow banks, and rustic terrazzo along the edges suggests rolling dunes. The precast terrazzo base in the restrooms was heated and bent to precisely fit the curve of the wall. Overhead, the sculptural roof references the region's wind power industry, complementing the floor's fluid design and reinforcing the building's connection to its environment. The Kankakee Welcome Center in DeMotte, brought to life by Midwest Terrazzo of Evansville, Indiana, stands as a masterful example of artistry, precision, craftsmanship, and design. This dazzling new residence in Miami, Florida, embodies a coordinated expression of design, sophistication, material innovation, and technical mastery. The tactile terrazzo installation harmonizes with water and landscape, introducing a dynamic interplay of texture, color, and light. Terrazzo extends from interior to exterior spaces and on multiple planes, introducing architectural depth and a sense of effortless suspension. From planters and fire pits to the pool edges and feature walls, the terrazzo elements unify the composition with a refined continuity. Applying terrazzo by hand to a range of surfaces, including the infinity pool floor, walls, and coping, required consistency in color and aggregate distribution. Every surface is carefully considered to enhance movement, atmosphere, and resonance with the natural environment. Interior areas are finished in epoxy terrazzo, transitioning outdoors to cement terrazzo, forging a strong connection with the home's natural surroundings. A gorgeous handcrafted Scarpa Palladiana terrazzo design composed of some 3,000 unique marble inserts welcomes visitors to the home. The result is a residence where spatial choreography, natural beauty, and meticulous material execution converge, producing a visually stunning, elegant, and immersive architectural experience. For this fabulous installation, we honor Creative Terrazzo Systems. The Buffalo, New York AKG Art Museum's recent expansion and renovation delivers more than 50,000 square feet of new exhibition space. A contemporary terrazzo installation unifies the museum's historic 1905 building and new glass-walled wings with strong design coherence. Throughout 4 floors, a rich palette of 31 colors unfolds. In the Tree of Life courtyard, defined by a glass dome roof and a glass art tree, a micro-blend terrazzo mix is cast over a hydronic radiant heated slab. A monumental spiral staircase composed of 102 straight and radius treads and risers, crafted from 28 distinct design mixes, transitions gradually from a warm terracotta matrix at the base to neutral gray above. As the matrix color shifts, the aggregate evolves as well, from standard sizes in the lower stories to Venetian, ultimately guiding visitors into a Palladiana-style floor at the sculpture terrace. Responding to light and shadow throughout the building, this gradient floor lends understated visual continuity while enhancing wayfinding and atmosphere. The project also includes 152 removable terrazzo air grills and wall panels, all meticulously constructed. The installation demonstrates detailed execution, accommodating existing structural conditions to accomplish the design intent. This well-deserved award goes to the T.D. Zoller Tile Corporation of Cheektowaga, New York. This new medical clinic reflects a careful balance of cultural heritage and contemporary craftsmanship. Established in 1682, the Tiwa Indian community of El Paso, Texas, is one of the oldest continuously inhabited settlements in the United States. The facility stands as a lasting symbol of the tribe's history, identity, and presence. Terrazzo provides a durable and expressive foundation for the facility's interior design. The focal point of the 7-color floor is a custom eagle medallion, precisely scaled to the space. All black elements in the eagle imagery are cut from 1/2-inch thick premium granite. Integrating the granite into the terrazzo required exceptional accuracy to preserve every detail during on-site casting and final grinding. Interwoven throughout the hallways are two striking blue and red bands that offer wayfinding and complement the ceiling. The space also includes seating areas, a gift shop, and a museum with a calming color palette that enhances the space. Polished to 1500 grit, the finished floor demonstrates precise craftsmanship that brings cultural identity to life. For excellent work at Isleta del Sur Pueblo, we proudly present this honor award to Over the Top Terrazzo and Tile. The terrazzo in the newly expanded and renovated Nashville International Airport celebrates the city's cultural heritage, musical legacy, and regional identity. The project was a combination of new construction and renovations over 3 levels and encompasses baggage, security, and concourses. Treads, risers, and landings at the 2 stairs entering baggage claim were poured in place. Spanning a significant portion of the terminal, every element contributes to a sense of place while supporting wayfinding. The installation in 50 colors features 3 large terrazzo art pieces presenting distinctive artistic narratives. Matt Gode's Across Country utilizes a red, white, and blue palette incorporating musical instruments, airplanes, 3 stars referencing the Tennessee state flag, and a classical column nodding to Nashville's nickname, Athens of the South. Prado Studios' Better Home Awaiting draws on Nashville's musical roots, incorporating vinyl records and design elements inspired by the Ryman Auditorium, the original Grand Ole Opry. Brenda Stein's Our Radiant City stylizes Nashville's most iconic buildings, creating a striking focal point. It features bold motifs and references that speak to the city's unique sense of place. The dog depicted in the piece was inspired by a pet owned by one of the terrazzo contractor's employees, the same craftsman who designed the mix and brought the image to life on site. This project is intriguing, well-designed, and highly detailed. It represents significant coordination and superb craftsmanship. This fabulous terrazzo installation was completed by the David Allen Company. And now the Judge's Choice International Award for 2026. This breathtaking terrazzo floor is a disciplined color study in gray, a richly layered field of graduated tones that introduce rhythm and energy to the space. This new event venue within a luxury resort and equestrian center accommodates up to 800 guests. A massive chandelier aligns precisely with the geometry of the floor design. The monumental metal structure holds thousands of programmable LED glass tubes that dramatically shift the atmosphere through light dynamics. Brass divider strips guide the terrazzo patterning, while a mix of standard and larger stones, rounded Italian and Greek marble aggregates, bring rich depth and texture. Lobby and restroom walls are clad in unground precast stone carpet panels in the same epoxy color and aggregate blends as the floor, reinforcing continuity and glamour across surfaces. Installed in just 60 continuous days, the work demanded focus and precision. Judges praised the exceptional creativity and visual impact of the space, the terrazzo's refined shadings, and the harmony between floor and lighting. Let's give a big round of applause for this outstanding achievement at Issa Resort's Charm Ballroom in Turda, Romania. A Judge's Choice International Award goes to Aragon of Ștefănești de Jos, Romania. And finally, the moment you've all been waiting for, the 2026 Job of the Year. The NTMA 2026 Job of the Year recognizes a terrazzo installation that structures circulation, anchors the architecture, and celebrates detail at every scale. Installed in Fort Lauderdale's Broward County Convention Center, the project establishes visual continuity across expansive pre-function areas. British artist Martin Donlan, known for his work in vibrant architectural glass, created a complex collage of images and concepts, combining bold gestures with moments of delicate nuance. Titled Flora and Fauna, the work draws on Caribbean-inspired color and references to water and the coastal environment to create a memorable regional experience. Shoals of fish, coral formations, tidal patterns, and refracted light are woven into a continuous surface that draws visitors through the space. The immersive composition unfolds sequentially. A sunrise, a sunset, and the moon appear at key moments, symbolizing the regenerating cycles of time, light, and tides, while reinforcing the sense of movement across the building. At the intersection of the two primary pre-function spaces, a globe centered on Fort Lauderdale establishes a geographic anchor. Precast terrazzo letters and water jet cut brass text incorporate a distinctly local narrative by Fort Lauderdale poet Darius V. Daughtry. Technical expertise was central to realizing the design intent. Within the globe, landforms were completed without traditional metal divider strips. Instead, water jet cut high-density foam was used as temporary pour stops, allowing colors to be placed sequentially and removed after curing to produce crisp, uninterrupted transitions. Throughout the project, the 34-color composition unfolds in fluid, curved forms. The terrazzo contractor produced all CAD drawings and coordinated the full layout from fragmented design information, executing the installation using water jet cut stencils throughout. Poured-in-place terrazzo plinths carry the radial floor patterns vertically, aligning precisely with the surrounding field. Commissioned through the county's public art program, which allocates 2% of capital construction budgets to artist-led work, the project demonstrates how terrazzo can unite artistic intent with technical discipline. Judges cited the purposeful curves, restrained graphics, and lush color palette. For this superb project, the NTMA proudly presents the 2026 Job of the Year to Creative Terrazzo Systems of Southwest Ranches, Florida. Our heartfelt thanks to all who entered the competition this year and to each of you who joined us in celebrating excellence in terrazzo at the NTMA 2026 Honor Awards Banquet. We look forward to seeing your entries for the 2027 convention in Savannah. Thank you again to Creative Edge for sponsoring this event.